Your teenage years are awkward at the best of times. The pressure to figure out who you are and what you want to do with your life. But our generation COVID teens have had to navigate a time like never before.
And when they return to school, our teachers notice something different about them. They're acting younger.
Being stuck at home with the family could seem like a cruel and unusual punishment. But for South Auckland head boy George Holland, the 2020 lockdown provided a welcome change.
I come from a working household, as we all, and yeah, it's rare that we see everyone in the household at once, and we all just getting together, vibing, stuff like that. So it was really good, eh?
But as the face-to-face family time for many increased, every other relationship moved online, which forced teens to get creative.
Chatting with each other, FaceTiming, having, sleepovers, but it was on FaceTime, watching movies together and then texting each other about it.
We'll have calls and we'll just tell each other jokes and stuff, mock each other, like the usual.
And at some point, schoolwork had to be done.
Big challenge for me was just prioritising my work and family at the same time.
My parents could only tell me so many times to get my schoolwork done, but at the end of the day, it was up to me to want that for myself.
It's a moment of appreciation for the teachers, but don't get me wrong, it was annoying, really annoying.
When the school bells welcomed students back, not everyone returned. In Term 4 last year, more than 26,000 high school students were considered chronically absent. That's close to 1 in 5 students missing from school 3 or more days a fortnight. Those who returned to school were different. Principal Claire AMOS says some were acting younger than expected.
We should have a level of concern where we're noticing where our young people are at. We need to be cognizant of the fact that they may have some socio-emotional delays. It means that they might be behaving a bit differently.
And they've needed more from their teachers than book learning.
We had to focus a lot on this is what face-to-face communication is like, so we almost had to go back and focus on the functional and the emotional and the social skills and then move into the academic skills.
And that's all while an increased number of 15 to 19-year-olds juggled school and work, almost 80,000 of them in the year to March 2022. Claire AMOS says some have managed it really well, and maybe how teens learn needs to change in order to support that.
We've had these 9 to 3 school days, 10-week terms for, since we can all remember. Society is looking for more flexible ways of working. I do wonder if we've hit a point in time where we might start thinking about senior secondary learning a little bit differently.
Because things are changing and more young people are needing help.
Anxiety and depression have increased, self-harming and eating disorders have increased. The anxiety around coming back to school and the school pressure because I've missed out on so much.
All the teens we met felt shortchanged. They'd missed school balls and whole seasons of sport and are now playing catch-up, not just socially, but academically too.
We missed out on 2 years of exams, which is crazy, and it's daunting now this year having to go into them.
Over the past 2 years, in lieu of more traditional assessments, teachers were able to grant learning recognition credits and evidence learning in other ways in order to assess a student's ability.
There might be, on paper, some gaps in learning in terms of NCEA. I don't think we should forget about the incredible skills and competencies that they have developed over this time. These young people, whilst we might doubt it, have developed resiliency. They have learned to manage their time and manage their learning.
And in their words, they're survivors.
No one's done what we've done.
Class of 22.
Yeah, it's gonna be one to look back on, definitely.